You look a little bit chilly.
Just a bit.
Because the people who we do this for, lovingly, that support us, we do it for in 5-degree weather.
Yeah, we do. This is dedication to them. Where's their dedication to us?
Are you talking about we're demanding more money from them?
Money or shares or something.
Shares of what? Like Florida? You want to go to do a timeshare in Florida?
No. Share our podcast so we can get bigger.
Oh.
Because apparently we're an underground gem.
Apparently, according to some people who recently just heard us. Alright, so poop log from the last couple...
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
Why can't we start off the episode with poop log?
No!
And end it with your advice? I feel like it's a good give and take for us.
No. My advice would be don't watch us anymore.
Every week?
Yes.
That's going to be a very disappointing advice to do. It's going to be a low of 5 tomorrow, too. A low of 9 Tuesday, a low of 5 Wednesday. I should just call off the whole goddamn week. Well, I did want to talk about something else that wasn't poop related.
Fantastic.
You're a spoil sport, as it were. So I want to talk about a joke that we have done before that's kind of come to fruition. So last week, I've been doing a lot of doubles, 16-hour shifts, 3 every week usually. This week will be an exception possibly. And it's fucking miserable, and I hate every second of it, but I do it because it helps out. However, I decided to treat myself because I'm a little princess, and I deserve nice things sometimes for when I do things for other people. So I deserve Chinese food for lunch one day. And I looked up a new place because the last place I got in Kent was kind of garbage. And I was like, I'm not going to go back there again. They gave good portions for less money, but it was terrible food. So I was like, I'm going to go to a different one. So I picked one that I hadn't seen before that was only a couple miles away. And I said, I'm going to go to that one. And I recognize the area that it's in because I know the street that it's on, but I don't know where it is in this place. So I start going there. And as I pull it up, I go, oh, it's across from the Walmart in Kent. I know exactly where this is, but I don't know which place in the plaza it is. So I follow the GPS, and it takes me to Petco. I double-check my directions. I double-check the address listed on the Chinese store website, and it took me to Petco. But not even like Petco. It was like, here's Petco, and then it wants you to go drive around the side of the building to the back, which seems really fucking sketchy.
Did you find it?
I did find it. It actually, I don't know if that was like where the Chinese...
Was it near Petco?
Yeah, it was like, I want to say like 5 stores down in the same plaza. So I don't know if that's just like the general address number for all of those stores.
I doubt it.
Or if it was just like, we used to be here, but now it's a Petco, ironically, and we moved over here. But it was a fantastic joke, and I appreciated it.
That's funny.
I feel like the people that run the restaurant planned it that way. They're like, well, they'll find us, and if they don't, then we'll at least lose business over a good joke.
Jeez. Okay, it's still 5.
What?
I'm going to keep track of the temperature as we record to see if it drops any lower.
I would hope it's not going to.
You never know.
Well, speaking of good jokes, I want to talk about another one.
Okay.
It's one you were already in on.
Okay. We're not talking about that one.
It was a joke that I was going to carry out on my own if ever the ability were to occur. However, I did not have time to find myself a paper and marker. So instead, we're going to talk about your gift instead. We have it here to guest star with us.
You've already opened it and everything. How rude.
We've used it.
I know. How rude.
So, Cody, friend of the podcast, listened to the, not the episode because he's lazy and won't listen to my episodes, but he listened to the TikTok of where I help you come up with a OnlyFans name. And we go with, well, you don't go with, you're very reluctant to do so. But I suggested that Little Soda Stream was going to be a brilliant name. And I suggested it because I said you could use the bottle and insert it to yourself, as you might with the Soda Stream, and then collect the fluids from your use, and then carbonate that and sell it off as a drink beverage. That's the same word. That's a little redundant. As a beverage to horny, lonely people. And Cody threatened for many, many months that he was going to buy one of these soda streams for us because he still calls you Little Soda Stream. And in the group chat, that's still your nickname that I'm surprised you never took out yet.
A part of me feels like if I tried, he'd just put it back.
He might very well do that.
The other part of me is just like, you know what? It's fine.
And then,
I'll give that much.
And then one day he just pulled the trigger on it. And he's like, it's gonna send to your house, and I want you to make sure Kate's the one that answers. And I said, well, why is Kate gonna be the one to answer? Why wouldn't Kristen answer? We have to give Kristen some kind of head up, or she's gonna be the one to go to the door. And he goes, yeah, that's a good point. He said, I'll tell Kate that I'm getting her alcohol, and she needs to be there to show her ID to the delivery person. I said, she's going to show up at the door with her ID in hand, ready to show the delivery person. He's going to be like, why the fuck are you showing me this?
You know, I had accepted that I was getting more alcohol that night. I was very disappointed when it wasn't alcohol.
But now we're in talks of what kind of carbonated alcohols we can make.
He's trying to remind me that all men are liars, I guess.
I guess.
That's the second time he's lied to me.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I think it's been a little while since we did a love-themed episode. Well, that's not true. We did Nondual of Love, which everybody really hated. But we'll put this over here so people can see your nice shining face the entire time. I know a particular new listener that will enjoy doing that.
That was awful.
That was awful. That came across great on the audio.
I've noticed you haven't apologized for the ears yet.
I'll just sit it over here so I can be sandwiched between two little soda streams. So, if you're ready to talk about love, let's go ahead and get in.
Gather round, we've got stories to tell. How the human race should be erased from space. We're horrible people and deserve to die. If you don't believe me, then I'll tell you why. We've caused genocides and mass extinction. Humans causing bad pollution. Amazon is burning down. California's on shaky ground. Ted Cruz in Cancun, people deny the moon. Gun crime is on the rise, hypocrisy and evil lies. Leadership is on vacation, God is doing tax evasion. Police increasing jurisdiction, overdue for extinction.
Welcome to Overdue for Extinction podcast. When we talk about dumb shit that other people do to prove that we are overdue for... Look at this giant spikes. Karen's gonna fucking hate everything about me for this episode. When we set out to prove that once and for all, the human race is overdue for an extinction level event. If pooping and logging about it is of any example, then I guess I've set out to prove it already. But I am Anthony, not a whole lot of flair for my introduction this time.
And I'm Kate.
Oh, it's pretty basic.
I got a haircut.
You got a haircut. When did you get a haircut?
Friday.
Like I noticed that. Well, fuck, God, I'm gone all goddamn weekend. No, I was gone all Friday, all the way up to 11 o'clock.
I'm running from home until Saturday.
I know. So how was I supposed to know about your haircut until you came back? But I did see it when you came back, and I said, "Damn, that bitch looked good."
No, you didn't. You didn't acknowledge my haircut.
I didn't acknowledge it, but I noticed it, and you can't prove otherwise. So anyway, what we're here. I doubt
you did. How did that bite? Oh, because it's down there. Sorry.
It's so cold out here that my TARDIS isn't showing up.
I'm sorry.
It's supposed to show up with hot liquid, but it's so cold that it can't show up. I've been abandoned by the doctor.
I kind of see it.
Yeah, kind of as the heat starts to drip down the side. Speaking of things that drip down the side, you ready to get into this week's episode content?
I'm suddenly terrified.
Well, since I haven't seen you in so goddamn long, how have you been?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, how's work?
Fucking it's work.
Yeah, I bet.
Something went horribly wrong Friday, and I couldn't tell you what it was. Normally, my pattern is that I will kill myself for 8 hours straight, and then I will be like mostly done with both shifts work, and then I will just coast and then finish up a few hours later, and then I'll be done for like the last 4 hours of the night and just have absolutely nothing to do but sit on company time and get paid for it. However, something really weird happened Friday that I can't even figure out what it was, but I worked all the way up to like 10:30, and then I got done, and I was like, well, that fucking sucked. I felt every minute of that day. So it was a very long 16-hour shift. I do not like it at all.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm a cog in the machine. They made that abundantly clear when they overlooked me several times for a supervisor interview. It's fine.
Meanwhile, there's me. I just got my 90-day review.
Yeah?
Can you believe I've been there for 90 days?
Did they tell you you're a shit person?
No, they didn't.
Is
She was
it?
giving it to me, and she goes, but obviously you know all of this already because we gave you a key.
It doesn't feel like it's been 90 days. It feels like a lot shorter than that.
Right. I went in, it was Tuesday, because I went in to do my certification thing. And she goes, oh, while you're here and we're waiting, I can do this. I'm like, are you serious? She goes, yeah. I'm like, it's really been 90 days? She goes, I did this on 12/26, so yes.
12/26?
12/26!
90 days is 3 months.
That's right, and I was hired, my hire date is October 23rd. So how did I get a 90-day review after 60 days?
Well, apparently, at the place that you work, as I won't name it so you don't get in trouble, math is not a real strong qualifier for getting a job. Oh, like 90 days, really? I thought a lot of other events happened within the last 90 days, and that wasn't one of them. God damn. Well, congratulations on your 60 to 90-day review.
Thank you.
The fact that they also didn't tell you you're a shit person means it wasn't done right.
She said it opened up, so I said, oh, okay.
What opened up?
My review.
Your review opened up magically on its own?
Yeah, it said time to review this person.
Is this Hogwarts?
Apparently.
You got your letter, but it wasn't like you were going to get weeped away.
No, it opened up for them to do.
Wish Kristen would do that. So anyway, back to the matter.
If you don't go for the ear, I promise you get much better results.
If I don't go for the ear?
Yeah!
Oh, when I'm trying to fuck her in the ear? We were talking about that last night when I threatened to fuck her in the ear.
Yes.
And you're like, wow, it must be really tiny. And I'm like, actually, it built like a pencil.
You said you were going to stick the whole thing in her ear.
I can gauge things and I can get in there. A little bit of lube and dedication. It's not going to be fun for anybody, but I can get it done.
It's going to be brain dead after.
Well,
I don't think you're that big, though.
you've seen my offspring. You tell me.
They're pretty special. I think it's the ginger genes.
They certainly are fucking special. All right, well, this isn't about me. This episode's all about you.
I was going to say, that's a lot of bullshit.
What do you mean? I'm not that self-centered.
No. We're talking a lot of bullshit right now. We need to get to the content.
Oh, I mean, I suppose. We're only 16 minutes in. We're doing quite well. Now that we're not segmenting and breaking it up, I think we're doing okay. So we got 3 things as usual. We won't even talk about what they fall under category-wise because it doesn't really matter no more. Even though I was a pretty big fan of that social media savior skit we did. But that's neither here nor there. Today, I just spittled coffee everywhere.
Good job.
Today, we're talking about love and dating because that's what you're going through. You've been hitting the apps pretty hard. Apps that nobody's ever heard of in my generation because I've asked around other people. I'm like, have you fucking... So my sister's dating again, but she's not like on Plenty of Fish or Hinge or anything like that. She's on these weird...
I am on Hinge.
These weird fucking dating apps that no one's ever heard of.
That's one of them.
Pretty sure she's going to get murdered or sold into sex trafficking.
Murder is... Oh my god, I got to make one of those jokes to Sherry today.
About being sex trafficked?
No, about being murdered.
Oh.
So, we're doing this move since Christmas is over. We're doing this whole store move. I hear a dog.
I also hear a dog.
But so we're doing this store move, right? So she's moving stationery over, and she goes, I want to tell them that if they mess this up, I'm going to kill them. I said, I have a feeling that doesn't work. And she goes, it doesn't. And I said, wait. I know what you got to do. And she goes, what? And I said, you just have to make an example of someone. And I volunteer as tribute.
I was going to say.
And she died laughing.
I was going to say
and said I wasn't allowed.
You should have asked for the task and then failed to do it. And then you would have got your wish.
And then we started talking about Hunger Games.
Hunger Games department store edition?
No. I said, then she goes, I have a feeling you're a fan of the Hunger Games. I said, yeah.
I wish work was more like the Hunger Games because I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm pretty laid back. I can take a lot of bullshit before I start getting irritated to the point where I want death and horrible things upon people. But I would absolutely... no, not Hunger Games. A purge. That's what I need.
So you see, I'm trying to be murdered, but it's not working.
Well, no, because as I've established, your suffering is worth more to me than your death is.
No, I'm trying to be murdered by multiple people. Like, I can't find anyone to murder me.
So either nobody wants to kill you because they like you a lot, or because they're like me and they don't want you to end your suffering. So anyway, love and dating. And how you're going to end up sex trafficked one day.
I'm trying to figure out who you're talking about because... Okay, I might know one.
One who? Who are we talking about?
Might like me enough to not murder me.
The one that wants to climb the dude like a tree?
What?
What?
Who said that?
We've had this discussion so many times on the podcast. This happened last time, too. This happened when I tried to get going on the episode, and you started talking about shadow demons in the garage. And I said,
I heard something.
And I said, what about shadow demons? And you said, we're not going to tell Kristen I saw a shadow demon. I said, what are you talking about?
I didn't say I saw a
And
shadow demon.
You're like, I heard something behind me. If I don't turn around, it won't see me. Which is not how that works.
Yes,
That's how 2-year-olds play peekaboo and hide and seek. They think if they cover their eyes, you don't see them. And then I said, what about this fucking shadow demon? Because I'm no longer interested in what's happening here. And then you go, what shadow demon do we have? I said, I have nothing on shadow demons. We're here about the one you said you saw in my garage.
You were hearing shit.
It sounds like you were hearing shit.
No.
And then I said I wasn't going to let you.
Yes.
And then I said I wasn't going to let you cook anymore because you were going to poison us with rat poisoning. And then we were all going to start seeing shadow demons. We've come full circle to 2 episodes ago. I'm just trying to talk about love, and you're like, people don't want to murder me, and I don't know what's up with that. I don't know, Kate, have you tried hard enough? Because some days, bitch, some days.
Giving it my all. I'm begging anyone and everyone.
I think you're just not meeting the right people on the dating apps.
I don't think so.
I think it comes down to you gotta stop swiping left and just super swipe right on everything, and then go on the date with the creepiest ones you find.
What bothers me is they each have their own separate thing, like each app.
Which direction they swipe and all that?
No.
What do you mean?
No, so like one is you have to comment on something on their profile. One is just 2 buttons on the bottom. One is swiping. They're all different.
You know, I made my connection with Kristen through a dating website. Plenty of Fish is the one I think we used for it. And before her, I made an embarrassment of myself that I was pretty sure was the end of my dating career. I probably ended up on one of those Facebook groups of the "Are we dating the same guy?" where they post red flags about the men that they're dating, and I matched with this one girl. I think we matched. Do you have to match on Plenty of Fish to message each other, or you can just message each other?
I don't know. I don't use Plenty of Fish because they started charging.
Yeah, I think it was like the guys were charged first and the women were free, but I think they're just like, now everybody pays.
Yeah, no. That's why I go with the free apps, and I did 5 years ago. I'm a broke bitch, and everything charges.
Well, anyway, so I'm really into gingers, as people are, because we're pretty sexy beasts. And I found a girl on there, and she had 2 kids, and she was like a super big anime nerd and loved Pokemon and everything else. And I can't remember what the opening line I said was in my message, but I said something about like, "Wow, your profile really resonates with me. It seems like we have a lot of things in common." I said, "I also love Pokemon. Is one of my favorite like card game and video games at the time." I said, "So that must make you a real catch." And then she never fucking answered me back again. I think I also threw in there something about like, I bet we're good marriage material compatibility. Just right off the bat, never talked to her before in my life.
Yeah, you typically don't do that.
No, I don't. I did a lot of big oopsies when I dated.
Yeah.
I also blew off a girl who wanted me to choose her, meeting her over going to a bar with friends, and I told her she could go with me, and she said no. It's I come over and hang out with you, and she really indicated she wanted to, Yeah, exactly.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Exactly. She said she wanted to watch Star Wars, but she really meant other things.
She wanted your saber, huh?
Yeah, she wanted to use the Force. But anyway, I chose my friends.
I used the Force tonight to get my drink. It was wonderful.
It was fucking stupid.
The way you just glided it into my hand, I couldn't help it. And there was no words exchanged.
All right, well, now
there was going to be a silent thank you until it went so smoothly.
I didn't get thanked because it went smoothly?
There was going to be a silent thank you, and then you distracted me because it went so smoothly. I thought you were going to give me shit or something. No, you just handed me my drink.
Well, supposed to not hand you your drink?
You're an asshole like that sometimes. There's usually a comment or something.
What is up with this fucking site trying to throw its ads at me? I don't want them. All right, let's talk about love and why you suck at it. So anyway.
Sure.
Look at this happy-looking fella. His name is Lawrence John Ripple. I don't know how I had never heard of this story about him, but apparently it was back in 2017, before the big pandemic, the good times that were.
I love that was like such a global thing, and now it's just like a time period in history. COVID and the lockdowns.
I can't remember a time before 2020 now.
Right? Like, it's such a time period now. Like, it's ingrained in the global history.
My coffee got cold because of you fucks. Now I'm drinking lukewarm coffee and it's gross.
Hold on. What's the temperature? It's still only 5.
I don't think it's going to change beyond that. It says today's supposed to be a low of 5, I think. Unless we get like a gust of wind blowing in here. It don't feel too bad now that we've been out here for a little while.
It doesn't feel bad without the wind. Like I said, I went out multiple times in my, like, elbow length, whatever, and people are like, aren't you cold? No. Like, the wind's not blowing. It's fine.
But for the benefit of guilting our patrons, we're very cold, and I can't feel my extremities, including the important ones that Kristen won't warm up for me. I don't know any songs about being cold. The first song that came to mind was "Lonely" by Akon. That's not.
The only song I can think of is that Christmas song.
That's a little bit closer than Akon. I guess we'll get to it then. Okay, so this man has done something that I thought I'd come up with. I almost
thought we were talking about Rimmer again. I was going to say, back to Rimmer. Nope, Ripple.
You're really stuck on Rimmer, huh? Really stuck with you from like 3 episodes ago?
I feel like it was more.
TikTok fucking like canceled us for a little bit.
I know.
I still only have like the 2 videos after I appealed it. And what is this shit?
An ad.
The 2 videos after I appealed it, they only like people like 7 views, so like nobody saw those 2 other videos. I don't know what's up with TikTok. There are women just showing their whole ass vagina on there. They're wearing like real short dresses, and they just like lean over to grab something, and it's like just a split second of the vagina there. Another big trend on there is the "How Strong Is Your Pause" game, where they show a split second of a picture where it's them like in a very skimpy underwear or something, and you have to pause it at the right time. But the key is to download it and scroll through it slowly. I know because
what is your TikTok?
It's a lot like my Instagram. We're not going to talk about it or look at it together.
Mine's all music.
I have comedians on there. I'm not a pervert.
I can't wait. I can't wait until the 16th because this one song I found on TikTok comes out finally.
I can't wait till we get through this goddamn first thing.
I tried!
Did you? Because I feel like you got thrown off again.
I tried putting us on the track a couple of times and you just kept derailing, so I just accepted my fate.
How is this my fault?
Fine, fuck it. We're derailing. Let's derail. Well, it's hit. Do you want to see how much I drank? I drank about half.
You're going to be back on those dating apps again after that.
What?
All right, so,
are you saying that because he watches this now?
Yeah.
I don't even know how he watches. Is he watching the whole episodes? I don't know.
I don't also know. I know he follows the TikTok page. So yeah. I got notified that you were a mutual friend with something. I don't know. This guy.
Not that guy.
Yes. No, you're not fucking this guy. This guy's like 70 years old. Look, he's so angry looking.
Wow.
Like, his ear hair is frowning. All right, so Lawrence Sean Ripple, a Kansas man who robbed the bank last September and told police he was hoping... Oof.
I've heard of this. I've heard this one.
You heard about it and you didn't fucking present it to us?
It's been so long.
You get to run the next
He
episode.
went and robbed the bank to get away from his wife.
Well, now you fucking threw it all away. God, Kate, you can't give it out on the first date.
I didn't.
All right. So anyway, fucking pretend like you didn't just give away the entire segment in 2 seconds.
Go ahead, read it.
Oh no, you're the expert on it now. You fucking tell me about it.
He walked into a bank, robbed it, and then he sat there for the cops to show up, and then he turned himself in and said, "Take me away." And they asked him why he did it, and he said he wanted to get away from his wife.
Great, Kate's got the rest of the episode. I'm intrigued. Go, carry us home.
I don't know.
You got 2 more segments. Pull them out your ass.
I just know that one story.
Do you know what?
Can you imagine being so desperate, though, to get away from Kristen that you go and rob a bank to get arrested?
I like that you're implying that I have to consider what that might feel like. And not that I haven't written notes before on the way to the bank. Now I gotta log back in because you've given up. You did one segment in 2 seconds and then decided that you were done. You dropped the mic and you fucking walked out. What was that? It was like a hiccup throw up.
It was a hiccup burp.
Are you good?
Got the hiccups now.
You're making some very displeasing faces. You know what? It's fine that you ruined the entire segment in 2 seconds because now we gotta wait for your bullshit to settle down so we can keep going.
I'm going to say, we wasted enough time already. It's fine.
You're supposed to drink water, not Four Loko, to help with the hiccups.
You're supposed to drink anything.
I don't know if the Four Loko is going to help. It certainly isn't going to help the quality of the show. Keeping Four Loko in business. All right.
Drinking regulates your breathing, which gets rid of hiccups. Because you get hiccups when you breathe irregularly.
You know what else regulates your breathing?
Science.
Being strangled.
I wouldn't know.
Not what I've been told. So anyway.
But never mind. We're not talking about that. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, I know the first segment. There it is. We can move on to segment 2 since we've been wasting people's time.
Well, go on. Tell us what he got as a punishment.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh my god. Fucking useless this one.
Okay, finish it off.
Drink coffee while you tell us.
Finish it off.
How about you tell us about what happened to Monday?
She got murdered.
All right. You're correct. He went and robbed the bank. What happened when they went to interview his wife was they asked her if she knew anything about why he would want to get away from her. And she said that it started that morning when they had an argument about the dryer not getting repaired because she's been bothering him about getting it done. And he would not do it. And she said, I need you to get it done today because I'm tired of not having it done. And so he said, I'll get to it right after I go to the bank. So that's when he left that morning and went to the bank and robbed it. As you said, he sat down and he waited for the police to arrive and he said, hey, I'm the guy that just stole the money. And then they took him away. When asked about why, he said he was so desperate to get away from his nagging wife that he was willing to rob a bank to get away from her. The judge, who apparently did not sympathize with him, sentenced him to 6 months of house arrest. So, he pled guilty and then was forced to stay home with his wife. He told the judge that he had heart surgery that left him depressed when he committed the bank robbery, which is also another reason, apparently. I think it was probably just that he really didn't want to be with his wife, and it might relate a little bit to that.
Just a little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit, especially after you pissed her off tonight and almost ended up murdered?
Bro, every time I sat down... Okay, so I've worked 3 doubles in the last week. I'm about to work 3 more this week, probably.
I heard Bubbers told on you this morning, or earlier today.
Yeah, earlier today. And every time I went to sit down, because yesterday was Saturday, today's Sunday, I did a bunch of work around the house yesterday so that we could get kind of caught up on chores around here since I've been gone doing work. And then I thought, today I'll contribute and do a little bit more, and then I'll get to sit down. And we took stuff to storage, and then she had me doing laundry all day, and then she had me doing other stuff, pick up and clean up and everything else, and then she wanted me to help make dinner. And I'm like, no one helps me make dinner. I have to make it all by my lonesome. And then she said, let's fucking make pasta sides. And then we called Kate and said, are these good for you? And Kate said, yeah, bitch, they're good, but we only got 2 and we need more than 2. So we said, all right, homie, we're going to wait for you. And then it took like another half hour to get home.
Because I was buying chip dip stuff and I forgot about the pasta sides.
And then at one point, I think when you were on your way back, Kristen's like, oh, you can start it now. I said, but we ain't got the 3rd pasta side.
I told her when I was still in the parking lot, I said, I forgot the pasta sides. Do you want me to run back in or we could? She said, we're good.
And we were good.
We were good.
You made us wait for no goddamn reason.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to put rat poisoning in your next food.
Go ahead, kill me, please.
Not enough to kill you,
Please.
just enough to make you see more shadow demons.
God damn it.
It'll at least be entertaining for everyone else. All right,
Okay,
Kate.
so there's segment 1.
Segment 1. Go ahead, tell me what we got for segment 2.
I don't know.
My now iced coffee.
I don't know. That's funny, though. At least you like iced coffee.
I do, but I prefer my coffee to be hot when it's supposed to be hot.
Yeah? I don't know.
All right.
It's still pretty good.
Your mom's pretty good. I don't mean that. I know your mom personally. It's not supposed to. You're not supposed to say those jokes about people's moms that you know well.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
You don't make those jokes about people's moms who you know well?
I mean, having lived with them, you must know that someone at least thinks that from the noises you were forced to hear over time. You know, it's really not surprising that you have brain cancer and forget everything, because I think if I lived in a house where I was hearing that...
You know, that's not even the beginning. It goes back to high school.
Okay, so
it goes back 10 years.
So there's probably quite a bit that your brain's been like, no.
No, honestly, there's a lot from my childhood that I blocked out, and I'm like just now recently realizing.
You're like, man, I am fucked up.
And it's like when I moved in with you guys, like it wasn't until like a couple months after, maybe a month or so after, that I realized like just how long I've been in survival mode, and moving in with you guys helped me get out of that.
I'm in survival mode with 3
At least
goddamn
enough
kids.
that I could do other things that were needed.
Wow, there's some dishes in there waiting for you, so.
Okay, well I got work tomorrow. And
All
you
right.
have me up at 10:50 in 5-degree weather.
This fucking bitch. No, they've got
Recording
you
this
up.
for the people.
They've got you up at 5-degree weather. Almost 5 a.m. So it would not work out for anyone if it was 5 a.m.
God, no, it would not.
Let's move on then. Speaking of dating, sometimes, actually no, not anymore. You don't see dating videos anymore. It was like an old 90s thing.
Dating videos?
Yeah, people would make like dating profiles in a video format.
I mean, people put videos on their dating profiles.
Do they?
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone put a video on their dating profile.
Yes, that is totally a thing, and is encouraged by most apps now. Not even videos, but Hinge is real big on voice too. Like they'll do a lot of voice prompts.
And how many profiles of boys did you come across that were hoarding fishes in their photos?
What?
Have you never heard of that?
No.
It's like a big phenomenon in the dating world. Men hold up hold up fishes in their profile pictures. Like they're so proud of the fish.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
You know, there's other things.
I mean, I don't go on them often though.
You know, there are other things that people can do with the fish. I got a video if you'd like to see.
I know. No. No.
Karen's ultimate nightmare. She's like, well, the July Rancher video was pretty terrible, but it doesn't beat the fish. And that was the first thing I had her edit when we made the trailer for this podcast. Well, at least the one with me and Justin. You and I remade our trailer, but then we didn't make it a minute or less, so it's not actually a trailer. It's just like a episode.
So we had to make a trailer.
Yeah, so nobody ever finds it. God damn it. All right, next segment. Dating video profile. This was a feller probably in the 90s. And I listened to this on TikTok, and I thought you would appreciate it since you're going through it. So here we go. Yeah.
Single, and I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have. I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have fun, and is a fun-loving type gal. Brunettes are something, and so are redheads or blondes. That's tall women or short, because height is in the eye of the beholder. If you think about it, because someone who likes me for me is who I'm looking for, because I'm that type of guy who likes me and we could go out and do all kinds of things. I like all kinds of music. What I really want is someone who'll call me and will love me, because everyone I know is married, and I don't know anybody or anything, and it's just not right because I deserve love like anybody else. I don't need to rummage through the dumpster for a Playboy. God!
That's a mood, though. That's like a whole mood. I heard that while you were making dinner, but yeah, that's a whole mood.
That mood when you've been on the dating app for too long. It's just not really going anywhere. Now, obviously not included. Seems to be going pretty okay.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, he followed the podcast, so he seems like an alright guy already.
You're just glad that you got someone else to boost your ego.
He thinks I'm funny.
I told him
How
earlier.
can I fault him for that?
I told him earlier. He's like, I was just trying to help you get followers. You're just so funny. You guys are great. I told him earlier that you messed up though when you made the comment about how he thinks you're funny. I'm like, God damn it, he boosted the ego. Nope, we can't have this anymore. No, sir.
Gonna have trouble getting out of the garage with this big old head.
Ginger Rich can't have his ego boosted.
So, that nice feller went from 0 to 60 real fucking fast.
Mood.
I don't know, maybe that could get you somewhere on a dating app. If you came across that in the wild, what would your impression be?
I don't know.
You'd be like, this dude's clearly not saying and skip past
I don't know,
him.
but apparently whatever I did is working well enough.
I feel like, though, given your last couple track records, I feel like he'd be a great attracted match, because you'd be like, that dude looks like he could really ruin my life for 4.5 years.
God, I hope not. I'm trying not to do that again. Really trying not to do that again.
This time, cut it at 4 if it goes bad.
No, see, 4.5 is typically when I realize I'm over the bullshit.
That's just too goddamn long. You know when I realized I wasn't over the bullshit?
I'm noticing differences, though.
How long have Chris and I been married? Subtract 6 years off of that. I really wish that dating videos had been still kind of in use and popular. Or at least, I don't know, I guess you said there's still videos on there now, but there wasn't really a thing. It was just all pictures when I was on. I feel like I'm talking to my grandchild. Be like, when I was your age, we had pictures that we shared with people.
You only met Kristen a few years before I ended up dating again.
Yeah, it was 2016. And I told her
mine was 2018.
And I told her I wasn't interested in anything serious because I was trying to keep my options open. And here we are with a mortgage and 3 kids.
Well, I hope to not end up with kids because I don't want any of my own. But
they're fucking enough for everybody.
Yeah, they are.
Every once in a while, my friend Russ will see Ollie and be like, Ollie's really cute. And it's hard not to want kids when I see him sometimes. And then he sees a million. He's like, nah, I'm good again. I'll use birth control. So we're doing the Lord's work out there by keeping people wrapped up.
I mean, it's not just your kids. It's my health issues, too. That's, the main reason. But,
You want death? Maybe they'll fucking put you over.
Right? You guys had kids for me, almost.
You could have, maybe, if you're lucky. I say this all joking because it sounds terrible. If I mean it. If you got lucky, though, you could have an ectopic pregnancy.
And it could explode and kill me?
It could explode and kill you. You could have a little kamikaze baby. You and me to the end, buddy. Ride and die. Too
bad I can't get lucky enough.
So when you're ready to have the settle down talk, make sure you include the conversation about having little kamikaze babies.
Nope. Little kamikaze babies.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Nope, everything's being removed soon, so that's not an issue. Maybe I should leave it in and take my chances.
I'm saying.
You might have a good idea there.
You could be like, oh,
but
no.
I want quick and painless.
Well,
that's not quick and painless.
No, that's going to hurt quite a bit, I imagine. But it will come to death, though, so. Just me up here doing all the mental work for you. You just fucking blew that like you vaped out of your can.
I know.
What?
Exhaling.
Do you need to exhale after you drink? What the fuck is wrong with you now?
A shiver.
Was it a shiver?
Mm-hmm.
Looked like you fucking snorted a line of coke and you were trying to shake it off.
Never done coke.
That is fucking cold as shit. That is just fucking ice.
I think my drink is colder now.
It might fucking be. It's 5 degrees out here. We shouldn't be recording for these people, but here we are.
We got one more segment, right?
All right, let's wrap it up with a poop log. So anyway, this morning...
I smelled you this morning when I wanted to text you and be like, how long has it been since you blown up this bathroom when I went to shower?
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
That was you?
Did I poop this morning? It's been such a long day. 1:14. No, I pooped this afternoon.
Are you sure?
I love that I keep track of that.
Someone blew up the bathroom and I still smelled it when I
think
went
it
up
was
to
Kristen.
shower.
When did you come up to shower? I didn't even hear you.
No, I went up around. You were awake.
What? This morning?
I worked at 12:15. Yeah, I went up like 10:45, 11 o'clock.
Oh. I don't know. My fucking day's a blur. There's nothing wrong with me. Maybe I have brain cancer.
I sat on the couch for a little bit and then I went up and showered. It was when we all said when we had to go downstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that wasn't me, but this is. Oh, you're so loud.
I hope the mic caught that, and I hope that's being left in.
It sings a little bit too. Oh God! Oh God, help us all. So anyway.
Really prepping me for the third segment.
No, it was Kristen that pooped this morning, by the way. She went in the bathroom and disappeared for a little while. And she brought Bubby into the bed. And Bubby goes, Mom? And I said, Mom's in the bathroom. And then I tried to go back to sleep. And I felt like I laid there for 20 minutes waiting for her to come back out. And then she came back out. And I'm like, did you have a good poop? She's like, no, it wasn't satisfying. So anyway, I'm going to share a poop log with you. This one's not bad.
Are you serious?
This one's not bad. I got to update the people.
This is really the third segment?
No, it's not the third segment. This is about love, and there's nothing loving about what happens with my asshole and porcelain. So anyway.
Well, don't mind me as I don't pay attention.
It's not bad. It's actually not bad.
I don't trust you.
Okay, fine. I won't read it to you then. So anyway, loose as the day is long. You ready for the real third segment?
Are you sure?
Oh, look at that handsome feller. Taking pictures at work. I don't even know why I took that picture.
Because you're gay.
Wow.
Wait, did you buy Kristen a Valentine's Day gift already?
No.
No? Then you're not gay. Okay, you're fine.
That's fairly relevant to love and dating. I watched a video earlier today on TikTok that, I don't know what his name is. Apparently he's a big, toxic masculinity defender. But anyway, this dude who has a talk show or podcast or something, who knows anymore, said that if you buy your girlfriend or wife a present before Valentine's Day on the way home from work, then you are gay. And by buying a present, if you buy a present early and you tell your wife on January 3rd, I bought you your Valentine's Day present already, she will also know you're gay and you will ruin the Valentine's Day mood. So it seems like a real solid guy to listen to for dating advice.
You think?
No, but anyway, this last topic we're going to talk about, your wish was a poop log. I got a Reddit story for you. And, Reddit's where the nodule story came from.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
You take some more drinks before we get to it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's just hop right into it then. You look sick already.
I'm fine.
All right, so Ask Reddit was where it came from Fine Bush Lane. They said, Reddit, what's the grossest, nastiest thing that happened to you in a sexual encounter? I'll go first. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. So a few years ago, I had brought a new girl back to my apartment. Can I fucking read this? Fucking rude ass motherfucker. This is the part that Karen's not going to edit, and we have to make it perfect, and you're over there losing your life. We haven't even gotten to the content.
Sorry.
He just brought her home.
I didn't think that made me cough so bad.
What did?
It's because of the cold. I hit my pen.
Well, quit hitting your pen.
I did it once.
I'm gonna hit you.
Please.
You're too willing for it.
Is that why no one will murder me?
Because you're too needy for it?
Yeah.
Maybe. You have to act like you don't care if somebody kills you.
They're like, I'm not going to murder you or anything. I'm like, but please do.
Is that
how it goes.
Is that what you've been told on this dating app? They're like, you can come over to my place. I promise I won't kill you. Which is usually the first thing someone who plans to kill you will tell you.
No. See, there was a joke with the last one I met that, I'm not going to kill you or anything. No. But no, this one will fight me, though.
Was that last one, Mr. I know cars, why aren't your clothes off yet?
No.
Oh, okay. That guy was a real gem, too. He didn't listen to the podcast.
No, that one was the you're not toxic, you're not my type.
That's right. He clearly doesn't know you well enough. So anyway.
Meanwhile, this one apparently spends plenty of time listening to the podcast.
Oh, he's going to hear all of it.
Still sticks around.
The podcast is honestly what you should put in your profile because it gives them a head start on knowing what they're getting into.
You see, maybe I should, but, I'm so terrified to talk about it that, I put it in there that I'm a podcast co-host just so that way, because, so many guys now have, I'm not going to subscribe, but I'll join for content or whatever, talking about OnlyFans. So, I don't want people to hear, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you, I'm recording, and think that it's for OnlyFans. No, it's a podcast. We talk about dumb shit. We're dumb. It's stupid. Whatever.
Just tell them it's hardcore porn. It's real, hentai and real dirty.
And then just do a tiny URL link to our podcast.
Yeah, tell them you record it in our garage because where else are you going to record
No, we've already been over this. I have this rule. You got to meet me first before I share any information about the podcast.
You're holding people
It's the
hostage
true
with
test
our podcast?
it's the true... No. It's the true test of...
I feel like...
Can you handle the chaos that is me?
I feel like we've been worried about you going to these guys' houses to meet them because we're like, well, we don't know who they are or if you're going to be, murdered one night if you go to the wrong house.
But really, you should be worried about
But really,
them.
it's you, slamming headphones over their ears and duct taping them to the chairs and being like, listen to me, motherfucker.
No, so how I told this one about the podcast was I complained about my disappointment about not getting alcohol and getting getting a soda stream instead. And so I had to explain the context behind the joke, which the easiest way to do that was just send the TikTok.
Kristen very hard tried to prevent me from bringing this out because I told her I was going to do it. So I told Cody, I was like, if you send her a soda stream, I will put it on the episode. And
I think it's funny as fuck.
And and I was like, oh, I gotta take that thing out and put it somewhere she won't see it when we go out there. And she's like, why? I was like, well, for the little soda stream joke. And she's like, don't do that to her. So she was out in the kitchen for a long ass time today cutting garlic. And she would not leave the kitchen for anything. And I was like, I'm not gonna get a chance. And they're like, I'm gonna go downstairs and get my jacket so we can go outside. And she's like, oh, I gotta go downstairs too. I'm like, yeah, fuck you do. And I grabbed it real quick and ran it out before I brought anything else out. So happy with myself.
Yeah, that's another thing. I killed my phone yesterday because I spent so long showing him how you've abused me on the podcast. And so that's another way he's learning about the podcast. I told him about how you abused me.
Did you show him the mystery drink challenge?
Yes.
Did you show him the full one?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't think there's puke on the short one.
Yes, I showed him that one.
I didn't think we captured it. So...
You didn't make a TikTok of the boxes.
No, I still have that raw footage on my phone, I think.
So I had to go back onto Facebook and find it.
Oh, we did post that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I posted it as private, I think, for only us to see until I got through it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that entertaining.
It kind of was, actually.
I finally threw away those trays of conditioner. That's what she put on them.
Yes.
Because
it was not yogurt.
She was like, well, they look like fucking...
It kind of felt like yogurt.
And I asked her for the longest time after we did that. I was like, so what are we doing with these fucking things? Are we washing them? She's like, oh, wash them or throw them away. I don't care. I fucking just threw them away today. So anyway, this Redditor.
Yeah.
We way off track.
Yeah.
Fucking cares. They hate us. All right, so a few years ago, I brought a new girl back to my apartment after being out drinking all evening. We were too drunk to make the beast with two backs, so we passed out to it. I'm not familiar with this saying, are you?
What?
The beast with two backs?
No.
Fucking, this must be No, this was 14 years ago. I was like, this must be Gen Alpha, but this is a long ass time ago. Maybe it's a Gen X thing. When we awoke, we started kissing and canoodling, and I decided to go down on her. This is one of my favorite things, and generally will do it as long as it takes to make the girl orgasm. I can't fucking read. My cold eyeballs are going blind. I almost said deaf. That wasn't the right one. It's not deaf. The brain cancer's seeping in. Anyway.
Is the cold freezing your brain?
It is. So is the iced coffee I'm drinking now. Anyway, I head down south and pull down her panties. I hate the word panties.
Same.
I don't. Kristen fucking calls Amelia's underwear panties too. I'm like, please don't call her 4-year-old underwear panties, please.
Unders are better.
Unders, underwear, any fucking thing, not panties. Not for our 4-year-old. Please, dear God, no. I head down south and pull down her panties to see the hairiest bush I've ever seen in my life. Not only is it hairy, but the hair is very long and also messy looking, kind of bedraggled, like a homeless guy's beard or an abandoned bird's nest. Now,
I like how you say that word because I say bedraggled.
I didn't know that was a word that you've ever once said in your life.
I haven't said it, but I read it. Bedraggled.
Bedraggled?
Yeah, because it's when you get out of bed.
Now, I do want to give a warning to the listeners, only because I love you for any kind of support and patronage that you give us. You all fucking hated my guts for the Nodule of Love episode where we talked about the nodule of gonorrhea. And it felt like a challenge to me to make it worse, so here we are. All right, everybody, let's get into it then. Slightly less enthused, but still determined, I plunged in face first and started getting busy. The taste of this beaver, if possible, was worse than it looked. It was fetid and bitter, and to make matters worse, I had numerous pubic hairs caught in my throat, which were tickling me and making me cough. We won't share stories, but I have the relatable experience. And that really fucking ruins all desire to do anything else.
I don't want to know.
I wasn't like telling you it was your sister. I'm just saying somewhere in my past history I've had this experience. And it's terrible.
Okay, next.
It's not like I said your sister has the hairiest bush I've ever seen.
That's still disgusting though. Next.
I decided to pull back for a second to regain my composure. I thought if I pulled open her lady bits, there's a bit of scientific terminology for you, I might be able to have a better angle of attack on her clit. You know what women love, an angle of attack on their clit. I opened up her pussy, and this is really poetic, I opened up her pussy to a terrible sight. There were multiple lumps of what looked like cottage cheese dotted along her pussy lips and clit. Each lump ranged from a few millimeters in width to half a centimeter in size. It looks like some sort of fungus is growing in there. Needless to say, I was fucking revolted and started gagging. I knew that despite my love of pussy, I could not go down on her again without puking my guts up. I mumbled some excuse about a headache and not feeling good and fled to the bathroom, whereupon I spent 10 minutes washing my mouth out and brushing my teeth. Even now I shudder when I think back upon cottage cheese pussy girl. Oh, god damn. They posted here a couple of edits. First edit is, thanks for all the amazing and disgusting stories, guys. Warning for the naive and inexperienced, this thread may be a little bit too much. In fact, even for the prolific and deviant, this thread may be too much. The second edit says, there's 4 fucking edits. Edit 2 says, an interesting aside to my story, I still actually have this girl on Facebook, and I have photos of her from the morning it happened. I was trying to take some artistic sleepy girl in bed shots. No, I'm not posting them. Edit 3. A friend just pointed out to me that the girl from my story is now the Lehman Bros of spank bank material. Perhaps if you ever have a boner and want to lose it sharpishly, you can think of cottage cheese. And the final one, wow, whoever knew how many sick and perverted Redditors there were, and people say we're all virgins. Thanks for all the responses and kind words. Keep it dirty, you guys. I was going to go through and read a couple of these stories because they're rather short. Here's one. He pulled it out to come on my face. I was unprepared and snorted up his semen up my nose. We started making out, and I sneezed his semen onto his own face. Probably grosser for him than me, but not by much. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn. People know that you don't have to post on Reddit, right? Like, you can keep secrets.
Yes.
You can take things to your grave.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. 3 words. Anal sex pinworms. Maybe not as gross as the OP story, but it's fucking nasty to pull your dick out and see a dozen or so worms writhing around on a condom. Alright, well, I think I'm done with Reddit for the night.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You hungry for some cottage cheese? Are you trying to get your mind off of anything that I just said?
Yeah.
Don't look at the phone. We're almost done. You can look at it later. We're talking about fetid vaginas here. Look at the camera with your disgust.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a face somebody will be
can't.
excited to see again.
I can't.
You made it though. We did it.
Yeah, we did. That wasn't worse than the gonorrhea nodules.
And you didn't throw up this time.
That wasn't worse than the gonorrhea
But you
nodules.
didn't throw
I don't know
up.
what Karen's being so dramatic about.
But you didn't throw up for the gonorrhea nodule.
Yeah, almost.
You threw up over my poop log.
Okay, so that was so much better than the poop log.
The poop log was so much tamer.
No, it wasn't.
Alright, I'll try harder.
Please
I'll
don't.
come back next week with another Reddit story. Alright, well, let's wrap this shit up. So I'm going to go get some hot coffee and you can go to bed. Pretend you didn't hear anything about worms on the dick and cottage cheese in the vagina. Alright, thanks so much, guys, for listening and coming back week after week and supporting the show. I appreciate the hell out of the ones who are sharing it on their Facebooks, their TikToks, everything. What are you glaring at me for? Please keep sharing the content. Also, if you wouldn't mind reviewing or rating us, you can do so on whatever platform you're listening on. If you listen on Spotify, you can leave up to a 5-star review. I'd argue that 5 stars is all that you should leave. And if you're on Apple or have access to Apple Podcasts, you can leave a review on there. And if you do so, we will read it on air. We will.
That sounds horrifying.
It-
We already got not chat. We're both haunted by that.
And it wasn't even that bad of an insult. It was just some Gen Alpha trash being like, nah, chat, this ain't it.
Right?
And we're just fucking haunted by it, like we got slandered by the fucking Washington Post.
We got like the worst death threat in our lives. times and we're currently stalked and haunted in witness protection or something.
Oh, Jesus. Well, if you take pity on us because we're recording in 5-degree fucking weather for you people, it probably hasn't changed. I don't think it will.
No, it hasn't.
I feel like icicles forming on my nose, though. And also, I can't afford to go to the clinic until my paycheck comes. So, you know, if you feel like you want to give me the ability to go get not sniffles anymore, I'd appreciate that. But if you want to support the podcast, you can do so in a number of ways. In addition to the rates and shares, you can also join our Patreon. That is www.patreon.com/overdue for Extinction Pod. Not without pod, because that one doesn't exist anymore. At the $3 tier, you get access to additional bonus episodes. We release one a month until this fucking overtime is over, and we can finally do something more than one a month, barely by the skin of our teeth. If you join the further tiers, the $10 tier gets you access to the bonus content, as well as a video message that we have yet to regret making for people. And at the $20, you get that, all of that, and a t-shirt every month with Kristen's designs. I almost got a blue waffle shirt today.
Almost?
Yeah, she had it ready to make, but it looked like the shirt got chocolate stains on it somehow, so I threw it in the wash. It looked like the stains came out.
Chocolate stains.
She said it was chocolate. I don't know. And I washed it, the stains came out, and I threw it back to her, but she didn't want to press it after that, so... She says she's ashamed and afraid that if she makes me this blue waffle shirt, I'll wear it in public.
I showed him that one. He laughed and said it was fantastic.
Well, Kay ordered it for Robert, so apparently other
I just
people
want you to know
appreciate
that your brain is appreciated by some people.
Yeah, well, if
And
Karen,
apparently I found one.
Karen will throw that image up too, so all of you people can enjoy that. But I think the shirt says breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So, you know, blue waffles, feta, plus vaginas, all that good stuff.
That seems to be us now.
Is that us? Is that what we're about now?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I feel like we used to be something else too before this, and now we're this. We're evolving, but not in the right way.
You know what's crazy to me? There was a time when you couldn't keep me track, and it switched.
Yeah, that
And you
happens.
just accepted the chaos. And now it's so fucking cold out here that I just want to get done and go inside. And you're like, what bullshit?
I think you need to have another drink.
Do I get to take a
Alright, well, I won't hold you hostage anymore. But before we go, it is up to you to let the people out of here. What advice do you have for this week?
With our theme, love makes you a better person. Sometimes.
Clearly not when you're letting your vagina rot.
What? Oh, fair enough. Okay.
How are you just gonna walk out like that? Like we ain't about to have a discussion about rotting vaginas.
I totally forgot we did. I blocked it out already.
I'm sure, though, I talk a lot of shit with these Reddit stories about rotted vaginas, but I'm sure there's plenty of rotting dicks as well. Like, you think there's, like, what's they get scaly, maybe?
I don't know.
You try to think about it.
I don't know, but there was one that, like, was so freaking tiny. So tiny.
Was this a reason?
No!
Oh,
No, 5 years ago. He offered to spend so much money on me, though.
Oh, that one. Kristen told me.
The one that offered to pimp out my car and bought me a DLC for ARK.
Right. Kristen told me there was a guy she was with a few years before we got together, and she said he was so small that he asked her if he was a yes. It's like, you can't. You should just quit dating at that point.
See that one? Like, I'm like, screw it, fine. I got on top and couldn't even feel it.
You have to, like, double it up with, like, a eraser or something. Tape an eraser to it so you can feel something.
I don't know.
Alright, it's too cold for this bullshit. I don't even have like a full witty retort like I do with the Jesus sniping.
Just stay safe and stay smart.
And don't record in fucking 5-degree weather.
No.
People who don't appreciate you
No,
enough.
because your brain starts to freeze like Anthony's, except for when you have brain cancer. That's the secret.
And my coffee. The TARDIS is completely gone now.
I'm sorry.
The doctor's abandoned me.
Okay, well, let's let the people go so we can go.
I don't want to let them go. They mean
Bye,
so
guys.
much to me. They mean so much to me. Don't take
Bye,
it so much
guys.
to me. Stay safe, stay smart.
Still asking a lot. I
Oh
already
god, the
said
soda
that.
stream.
Overdue for extinction.